single ember can leap Skaha in minutes, and in those minutes, Penticton either stays safe or we watch neighborhoods scramble. Today, we're testing if our city is truly ready for wildfire. What's working, what's missing, and the one thing that you can do before bed tonight to protect your family. Hey guys, I'm Jordan West, former BC Ambulance paramedic turned business builder. I've started 8 brands, 2 agencies, a software company, a restaurant, and more. Guys, Penticton is surrounded by the wildland urban interface, the WUI on all sides. The city adopted a community wildfire resilience plan that follows 7 fire-smart pillars: education, planning, development, interagency cooperation, cross-training, emergency planning, and vegetation management. The mapped WUI zone here is roughly 46 square kilometers. That's the sandbox our next fire will play in. Here's the good news. We have a Fire Smart program with a full-time coordinator, pre-incident respond maps for crews, and ongoing fuel treatments. The city even tags Fire Smart friendly plants at local stores and offers rebates, small nudges that change thousands of private property decisions. And if you're cleaning up ladder fuels or woody debris, you can get free Fire Smart burning permit to dispose of all of it properly. On alerts, sign up for Voyant Alert. The city pushes critical updates through that system and through the app. Now, let's talk about our near miss. Remember 2020? The Christie Mountain Fire jumped to 2,000 hectares fast. In hours, 3,700 Penticton properties were on evacuation alert. One home in Heritage Hills was lost. It was a live fire stress test. Roads, communication, ESS, everything. It ended up being better than it could have, but it reminded us we are not immune here in Penticton. Now, let's talk about cities that absolutely crushed it. Logan Lake has become Fire Smart's poster child. Years of non-combustible zones, thinning, and neighborhood upgrades paid off when the 2021 Tremont Creek fire hit. The town survived. That's not luck. That's policy plus repetition. Kelowna copied that energy for private yards in a city-run curbside shipping program that removed about 218 metric tons of hazardous debris since 2022. Imagine flipping that switch here in Penticton. Let's talk about when it goes wrong. I'm sure that we all remember this one. West Kelowna's McDougall Creek wildfire in 2023 destroyed 191 homes across multiple jurisdictions and displaced thousands. That is our topography, our winds, our fuels. And in Lahaina, Maui, independent investigators pointed towards overgrown vegetation near power infrastructure, communication breakdown, and a fire that reignited after those lines were re-energized. If alerts and egress fail, people pay the price. Guys, we can learn without repeating that. Now, what actually saves homes? Post-fire research from California's Camp Fire and others events is blunt. Houses built or retrofitted to wildfire-resistant standards, ember-resistant vents, enclosed eaves, ignition-resistant siding, multi-pane windows, Class A roofs survived at much higher rates than older, unhardened homes. Code and materials matter a lot. So, are we ready? We've got a strong foundation, a current CWRP, Fire Smart staff, pre-incident mapping, and alerting. But readiness is not an on and off switch. It's a slope. And our next move decides how steep that slope actually is. We need to scale private property fuel removal. We need to bake home hardening into development permits and renos. We need to finish strategic fuel breaks and do them cross-boundary with the Penticton Indian Band. We need to audit neighborhood egress and signage. We need to prep for smoke health impacts now, not when the AQI is 300 and above. These are already on the region's radar as key issues as we plan the city's future. Now, here is what I believe the city should do next. Here's the 3 specifics. Number 1 is launch a seasonal curbside shipping program. This is the Kelowna model. And set a public tonnage removed scoreboard because we love scoreboards. I personally love scoreboards. It's visible, it's measurable, and it is contagious. Number 2 is tighten the wildfire development permit area with required ember resistant vents, enclosed eaves, and Class A roofs for new builds / major renos in the WUI. Fast track permits that include 1.5 meter non-combustible zones. Penticton already maps WDPAs. That's a solid base to build on. Number 3 is harden critical infrastructure and egress. Confirm redundant power for pumps, boosters, and mark neighborhood exit routes clearly. This is a really big one for those of you guys who live up the mountain. Now, here, and I promised this at the beginning, here's what you should do tonight. Number 1 is book a free Fire Smart Home assessment and build a basic go bag. 15 items: water, copies of IDs, meds, chargers, cash, headlamps, N95s, pet supplies, and whatever else you need to survive. Prepared BC has a super simple checklist. Go and check it out. Guys, I hope that this was helpful and a bit of a reality check for us here in Penticton. If you want a Penticton that's proactive and not reactive, hit like and subscribe to this video. And if you want a 5-minute weekly download on what actually matters locally in Penticton, join the Penticton Pulse, my free newsletter. It is the best city on earth, and let's make it that way.